Hi, welcome. Simon here, and I hope you're doing well. In this video, I'll be doing a screen replacement on a MacBook Pro 13-inch. The model of this is A2289, and I'll show it to you how to check it. So if you take a look at the laptop and you flip it to the back of the cover here, the fine print will identify the model number. So if you take a look here, it says A2289. And that would be the exact same model as mine, and I'll be doing a screen replacement in this video. So let me walk you through step by step on how to do that. Before you start the screen replacement, you do need to have the tools, and what I'll do is I'll link all the tools that I'll be using in this video in the description below. So I bought my tools from Amazon and the screen from eBay. Sometimes I buy it from Amazon depending who is cheaper and depending who shipped faster and whatnot. So anyway, again, check the link in the description below. I'll have them link and direct you to the right website for the purchase on the tools and the replacement screen. This is the pentalobe screwdriver. It looks like a little flower here. So let's go ahead and remove the back cover. Remove the two screws on the top and 4 screws at the bottom. The screws are not the same sizes, so make sure you do not mix match the screw as you're removing the screws. You might want to draw yourself like a little drawing paper where you know where the screw is going to go after to reinstall them back together. All right, so once you remove all the 6 screws, you need to remove the back cover here. So the best part for me to do is to get the metal prying tool. I know it's kind of hard to get in. What you want to do is you want to get underneath the back cover. Okay, try to separate them. While you're holding it, you want to get your other finger, the fingernail, to tuck underneath and lift it straight up. You hear that little crack noise? That is the goal. That is where you want to achieve, is to get that little crack noise to that, because the laptop here on the side, both sides, the left and the right, there's this little clicker. The clicker is holding down the back cover, so you need to pop that clicker up in order to remove the back cover. So same thing again, do it on this side, pop it up. You hear that little pop, now it's good to go. The next step is to slide the back cover towards your body, so slide it down. What I'm doing right now is I'm holding the back cover by pulling down, and this left hand pushing the laptop away from it. So slide and push. Come back here, slide and push. Now the back cover is removed. The reason why we need to slide it down is because this right here, you see that? This one is to slide in to install. So you need to slide out to remove it. Okay, so we remove the back cover. We are one step closer to get things done. We need to disconnect the battery, so let's go ahead and remove this little plastic cover and expose the flex cable. Here you have a little let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, so here you have this little secure clipper. You need to flip it up. So just flip the thing up, just flip it up, and now you can slide a cable to your left, and that's how you remove this cable. All right, so we just remove it by sliding to the left. Now the next step here is to get yourself a T4. Where's the T4? Here's the T4 screwdriver. Remove this screw. This one screw here is holding down the battery connector. So this metal piece, you want to lift it up slightly a little. Once you remove that screw, what happened is that the metal piece touch the battery connector. So when they touch, they draw the battery. When you separate them, you just disconnect the battery. That's simple as that. Now once we have disconnected the battery, we need to work on the other screws here on the top. So get back to your T4 screwdriver. We are going to remove the screws here. So go ahead and remove them. Again, the screws are not the same size. You might want to make sure you label them or have the magnet pad. The magnet pad would, hold the screws for you. The best is to maybe draw yourself a little drawing, where the screws are gonna go. And that hopefully that helps. Be creative. Okay, just be creative and make sure you do not mix match the screw. Now I've just removed the screw here, and now the metal bracket is just pop open. Save that on the side. Continue removing the screws. Okay, so we have done removing all the screws at the bottom here. Now we're going to use the T4 again. We're going to remove the 4 main screws. These 4 main screws are holding onto the LCD board. Okay, once you remove the 4 screws, you can see that the board is wanting to come out. All right, so this is the one here. Now this, we need to remove this. Let's get yourself a T3. Remove the bracket. This cable right here, we need to disconnect. So by disconnecting, you just lift it straight up, and that's how you disconnect. So the cable is more like a Lego. They kind of snap onto it. To remove, you just got to, separate them. Now once you have separated, you can see that the LCD board is free and wanting to come out. But before you can remove, you actually need to remove this Wi-Fi antenna. So this Wi-Fi antenna needs to be removed so that we can continue the process. I need to know how to remove the Wi-Fi antenna. Let's see. Anything hidden underneath here? Yes, it is. So I think they install this little plastic here to maybe for them to say that if somebody might have tempered the repair, so they use this very sticky adhesive tape holding onto this cover. So I only remove one of them, and I just kind of slide it to the corner, get myself to remove this one screw. So this one screw right here, I'll be using the T4. Okay, so this T4 holding down to the Wi-Fi antenna, and yep, and you just want to lift that cable straight up. Okay, just lift that Wi-Fi antenna connector cable straight up. I'm just going to lift this plastic right here. You can actually remove it if you want. Try not to remove any of the plastic. You never know what Apple might say. They say, oh, you tamper with the laptop, there's no warranty or whatnot. So just leave it if you can. Now here I'll be using the 0.8. That is the star screwdriver. It's very tiny little stuff. You want to remove all the screws here. So let's go ahead and do that. Make sure you take your time. Do not put a lot of pressure. Make sure the screwdriver is firmly inserted and twist at the same time. Do not use force, because if you strip the screw, this tiny little screw would give you a very hard time to remove if you stripped it. Alright, once you remove all the screws, pretty much the Wi-Fi antenna is ready to be removed. But before we can remove that, we need to get this hinge plastic removed as well. So remove the 2 screw, slide the plastic out. That is for your hinge. The oopsie, where did I think I dropped the screw. There you go. Alright, slide the connector out. Here's the hinge. Now before we do that, let's go ahead and remove the Wi-Fi antenna. So again, the Wi-Fi antenna right in the center here, you might find it a little bit difficult to remove. What you want to do is just wiggle until it come off. So it's kind of like a little clipper that clips onto the metal part right there. Okay, now here the Wi-Fi antenna, you see that little thing, you need to slide out. So it's installed by sliding in between the metal bracket. So now to remove it, let's go ahead and slide the antenna out. Alright, so we're just sliding the Wi-Fi out, and the entire Wi-Fi antenna is slide out. Alright, let's put the Wi-Fi antenna on the side. We want to get ourselves a T8. So T8 screwdriver is to remove the LCD screen. So go ahead and remove the 3 screws on both sides. Alright, once you remove all that, let's go ahead and open up your LCD. Right, so let's go ahead and open up your laptop. So I'm opening up the laptop. Keep opening it up until about more than 90-degree angle, and you can now slide the screen out. Alright, so it's as simple as that. Once you open it out, and you can just slide the entire screen. Now this is the old screen. We can put the old screen on the side. Here comes the new screen. So to install the new screen, the first thing you need to have to do is to open up the hinge, kind of push it back a little bit, right? Push it back a little. And here is your the LCD board. Make sure all the cables and the LCD board go above the laptop here, not below the laptop, above the laptop. All right, so let's get started. Very simple. We are going to make sure all this cable and the LCD board stays above the laptop. Now once it's on top of it, we are just aiming the angle to slide it in, and aim the angle, the hinge, and slide it in. Now before I can close and continue my work, I like to put 1 screw in. This 1 screw right here is to hold on to the LCD so I can close it. Do that on the other side.
Okay, now you can close the screen. Come back and double check. Make sure that the LCD cables, all the cables are above on top the laptop. All right, very good. So it is above the laptop. Now we can come back and finish up the rest of the screw here. Okay, so the next step is we want to install the Wi-Fi antenna. Again, remember the connector right here has to slide in to this metal bracket. So go ahead and aim for that little small hole right there. Make sure your cables are in the right place. Aim for it and slide it in. Once you slide in and you can see that it aligns with that screw hole, we can go ahead and insert the screw and install them. Let's go ahead and put the screw back. Where's my Wi-Fi screw at? I think it's this one here. Get a T4 and put the screw back in. And now what we can do is install the Wi-Fi cable. Now be very careful when you install the Wi-Fi connector or the cable, right? They're kind of like a Lego. They're round in shape, so the connector goes on top of it. Do not bend or break that motherboard connector, that circle, because if you bend that circle on the motherboard, then it's very hard to fix, almost not able to fix that thing, right? So do not bend the thing. So make sure you take your time. It doesn't take a lot of strength. Okay, it doesn't take a lot of your power, your strength to install. So do not force it in. You just have to make sure it's aligned in the right position. Once it's aligned in the right position, you can easily press it and it would go back in quite easily. Do not force it in, okay? Now go and press it down and hopefully the tape will just tape it back in. All right, now we're gonna spend time to install this tiny little screw. I'm not sure why there's so many of them, but that's how they are. So just go ahead and install them. I'll be quiet for a while. So if you lost a screw, no big deal. You don't have to worry. The Wi-Fi would still work. This screw right here is just to hold on to the antenna. If you lost 1, 2, 3, even all of them, you'll be fine. Don't worry about that. Now once you have that installed, let's come back and install the the LCD board right here. Remember the 4 main screw. Let's go ahead and get your T4 out, and we're going to install them. If you're still following along with the video, we are almost done. The difficult part is all done. Now these are all the easy part right here. So, and if this video is helpful, again, I hope that you can give me a like and subscribe. So make sure you do that for me, because if you find a video is helpful, and if my video actually helps you to replace your screen, give me a like and comment below and let me know how did you do. Were you able to follow along the video without any problem and get it repaired? I'd like to hear from you, so comment below, let me know how did you do, and do not forget to click the like and subscribe. All right, thanks for doing me for that favor. Okay, so we need to install this little clipper right here, this little springy thing. So you just have to re-bend the plastic and insert back in. Once it's sitting there, you can just get your screwdriver and put the screw back in. All right, once you install them, now we can go ahead and reconnect the cable. Again, they're like Lego. Once you have them in the right position aligned, you just press it. You can just install very easily. Now this metal bracket, you need to hold on to it while you're getting your T3, the T3 screwdriver. And let's go ahead and put the screw back in. Now this bracket right here is for on the other side of that. So go ahead and holding down and find the 2 tiny screw, T3. I dropped that one screw. See, sometimes things just happen, so be it. We don't need that tiny screw. Once it's enough. One is enough. You don't need all of that. All right, so get your T3. If I find it, I'll put it back, but right now I don't see it anywhere. I'm just gonna leave it. Ooh, now this screen right here, the little hole is too small. I'm not able to install this plastic. So with the plastic without, it's not really a big of a deal. It's good to have it, but I don't, so just leave it as is for now. What I wanted to point out to you is on the old screen, you can see that on the older screen, on the original old screen, you see this little metal bracket. You're supposed to be transferred over to secure the cable. So I'm going to do that right now. So remove the 2 screw. Okay, we're going to use this here and transfer to that new screen so that the cable can be fastened securely fastened. Okay, we are almost done. All right, so we are done with that part. Now the only last thing to do is to reconnect the battery. So get that one T3 or T4. T4. Install that. Now the cable right here, make sure that the clipper is open. You want to slide this thing to your right. Okay, once you slide it to the right and you feel like it's stopped at one point, you hit to the very end of it. Now you can push that clipper down to secure that connection and then put that little tape back on. Put this little thing back on as well. All right, now we have that installed. So the next step is to slide the back cover back in. Remember I was telling you that thing, you have to slide it in first. Once you slide it in, you can press on the corner. The clipper would clip back together. Now put the screw back in and you should be all set. Now, thanks for watching. If you feel like this video is helpful, again, I just ask for a small favor in return. Give me a like and subscribe. Also, please comment below. Let me know if you were able to follow along the video and get your screen repaired and replaced. Other than that, I don't have much for you. So, and again, if you have any question, just comment below. I do read those questions and I'll answer you back in a timely manner. All right, thanks for watching. Until next time, please take care now. Bye.